will start with straight? We start.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So very good evening to all of you. On behalf of IIT Roper TBI, I welcome you all for today's very important session on Big 17th call, how to apply and successfully get this grant. It is our continuous endeavor from the TBIF to update you on the latest information. Our last series was in July, where we presented 4 continuous talks on IPR, patents, tech transfer, etc. Hopefully, you might have all enjoyed the same. So, in the continuity of them, same today, we will be having our talk on big grant, how to apply and be successful. So, Dr. Ashish Sani, Assistant Professor in CBME and Faculty in Charge IIT Roper TBIF will present. On behalf of IIT Roper TBIF, I welcome Dr. Ashish Sani and all of you. Please enjoy the talk.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Sharma, for introducing. So, BIRAC's big call, I'm sure all of you might have got some notification through some way that this call is on now. So, although already 1 month, I think, has passed since the call was announced. So, there are about 10 more days for the application. So then typically in the last cycles, I haven't seen much participation from IIT Roper yet. But this is a pretty prestigious call, and I have now probably put more than 4 to 5 applications in this, and one has got successful last time in Big 15 through Rahul, who is in this meeting. He is one of my PhD student. It was he was in the part of the team. So, and Dr. Gagandeep Singh, who is from Dayanand Medical College, Ludhiana, he was also part of the team. So, and Mr. Ravinder Kumar, who is also a PhD student, was another, he had applied another grant, although that didn't get successful, but it went till the last stage. So many of them, so they can also share a little bit, 5 minutes, about their experience with the grant. And the advantage with this, the difference of this grant versus other academic research grants is that this is not academic or research grant. This is primarily a startup grant. So if you have some idea or some technology which you have started developing in a preliminary proof of concept stage and you want funding for it, so that's where this grant fits in very well. And this money is very less restrictive in the sense like how you can spend it. The money doesn't come through the institute, it comes through its separate Nolian account, which the entrepreneur can drive on their own. And second is, so there are a lot less compliance requirements. And second is, you need not be a faculty to apply it. So if you are a graduate, you can apply it. So let me go into the presentation a little bit more. So some of the details will come from there. So this is being, so BIRAC is the institution of Government of India, which is administering this grant. So these are the topics under which you can apply this grant: healthcare, life sciences, diagnostics and medical devices, drugs and vaccines, drug formulations, industrial biotechnology, agriculture, and waste management, sanitation, etc. So these are the broad areas, and then the eligibility includes that you can either be a startup with a registered company, like a private. You should be registered. You can be registered as a private limited company on or after 1st August of 2015, or a limited liability partnership. You can be one of these. For if you are a startup, there is no requirement of you to be a graduate or non-graduate. But if you have not registered a startup, then there is another category through which you can apply, which is as an individual entrepreneur. Here you need not have a startup. You apply with a letter of intent from a technology business incubator that you will be incubating as a startup once you get the grant. So for this, you just need to have a graduate degree. So even if you don't have a graduate degree, you can either go through the startup way, like first registering a startup and then going through it. Or if you don't have a graduate, what you can do is you can have a team member who can be the primary applicant and you can be a team member on that. So, as I told, Big Grant, the scope is that it recognizes and invests in innovative ideas in biotech sector. So, so one thing which I have observed in this grant is they do not invest in ideas which may have commercial potential but are not innovative. For example, if you are making, say, a blood pressure monitor, a standard mercury blood pressure monitor or something, which is available in the market, and maybe if you make another one and maybe it will sell and you may make profit, but it is not innovative. Like you are, for example, if you are making a diabetics measurement, like blood sugar measurement device, that technology exists, everybody knows about it, and there are many companies which make it. If you make it, probably you will also make money by entering the market, but it is not innovative. So those ideas will probably not be funded in this. Only your idea should be innovative. And then this is not a research grant, neither it is a research fellowship, so it cannot be used as this money cannot be used to do fundamental research. This can only be used for ideas which have clear potential to translate into commercial products and technologies. Okay, so you should be able to, apart from the technology side, you should also be able to demonstrate during the presentations to the committee that there is a market potential. You should also show your market survey and tell that why this product or the technology which you are proposing will make money. So ultimately, there should be potential to commercialize the technology. So there are multiple technology readiness levels based on which there are multiple different types of grants which are funded by BIRAC. So BIG or Big Grant supports technology.
How did you send it to me?
So BIG supports grants from ideation to proof of concept, like which are from TRL level 1 to 3. TRL levels are so before I go to TRL level, I'll explain about TRL levels in the next slide. So this grant can give you up to 50 lakhs for a period of 18 months. So that way it is a very fast grant. Typically, if you take research grants, they can be from 3 years to 5 years. But this is a very fast grant. It gives comes every 2 years. It comes out twice every year. So the first round for this was in in March. One round was there when this call had come, and now in September another call is here. So every year there will be 2 big grant opportunities for you. So for example, if you are not ready this time, you can also apply in the next cycle, which might come somewhere around February or March in next year. Or if you are ready and you can, or if you can make an attempt. Even if it gets rejected, you will get some feedback. Okay, that you get the idea of the process by applying it. So yeah. So these are the technology readiness levels. This has been taken from the website of BIRAC, and they have different TRL level explanation documents on their website. So this is for this link I have shared on this presentation is for devices and diagnostics. If you are applying for other domains like drugs or say agriculture, then there will be different documents which explain the TRL levels. But overall idea is that the TRL BIRAC will support ideas. Sorry, BIG grant will support ideas from TRL 1 to TRL 3. Okay, so basic technology, like you first get idea, you can be at the ideation stage, or you can be at a proof of concept stage. Okay, and you might be little bit starting to develop the technology. So in my experience, what I have seen is you have higher probability of getting funded if you are towards TRL level 3, or are about to complete TRL 3. Like you have some proof of concept or something which you have developed. Otherwise, there are so many applicant companies, like it becomes hard, like automatically, those who have already done some preliminary work, they get a little advantage. But so that way, another thing is what you can do if you don't have anything, just have idea, what you can do is, although those are admissible under this grant, what you can try doing is, can you say design a 3D model of it or do some simulation and include that in your proposal. Then that's what can help you a little bit, can give you an advantage. So BIG grant is administered through the BIG partners. So these are the partners which are like, these are basically incubators at different parts of the country, which are affiliated to BIRACs, and they administer the big grant. So you need to, when you make an application, you need to specify under which BIRAC big partner you want to apply. So so these partners can provide you incubation support once the so they will also help guide you in the process of after you apply. They will guide you in the process during the process, and also they will conduct some of the review processes. And if you are successful, then they will also incubate you. They can also incubate you, but it is not essential that you only incubate with these partners. They will guide you in the process, but ultimately, if you get the grant, you can also incubate, for example, with IIT Roper's TBI, and that is still fine. Means there is no requirement that ultimately you have to incubate with these people, but you have to start the process through these people. Okay. So the selection process is once the call is over, once you apply, then the initial eligibility check of the applicant is done by the BIG partners. And after that, a preliminary screening committee is formed who, maybe I'll go to the next one. So here, the step 1 is big partners screen the applications. After that, in the step 2, so the preliminary selection committee looks at the proposals, whether they fit the scheme's objectives or not, and then whether the applicant has provided adequate technical details which are required for the online review, and they will also conduct plagiarism check. Step 1 and step 2 are typically easy to pass, because if you have followed the grant guidelines, you should typically pass this. After that, in the step 3, online review will be conducted by subject matter experts, and they will, so 3 reviewers will look at your proposal online, and they will send online reviews. If most of them, or 2 out of 3, they give positive reviews, then your proposal moves to the next stage. In this next stage, step 4, you have this is the most difficult step, I will say, and this is the most important step. Here, you have to go into face-to-face interviews, either at the location of these BIG partners. So for a particular theme, they will identify a particular big partner at which that technical expert panel will meet, and you are supposed to go there and physically present. So here your initial proposal takes a backseat. Now your presentation matters more. You have to give a presentation. Typically, they give 7 minutes to present your to pitch your idea to the panel, and after that, there is a question-answer session. So this is something which Rahul and Ravinder will probably also tell you, because they are the ones. I was there. I am also there. But they will also give you from the students' perspective how they faced that interview. So last time it was not held physically because it was conducted online because of COVID. And so in that panel, there can be more than 15 panelists. So, and all of their scores, whatever scores they give you, will be added together. And if you get more than 60%, then only you are evaluate, or you are moved to the next stage. In the next stage, it is they will again set up a cutoff based on how many grants they can give that year. For example, this time, just last time, we had proposed another grant proposal in which we went to step 5. Like we got the scoring, got off the scoring means above 60%. But then during the final cutoff, we are off. So this is the final stage. Here they will set a cutoff depending on how many grants they can give that year. So this is nothing. This has less to do with your technical eligibility and more about how much money they have that year to give. So after this, so this is the final step. After this, a due diligence is conducted. If I go back to the step here. So after this, a due diligence will be conducted by the big partner, and there will be release of funds. So this is the overall selection process. And if I compare other grants of government versus this one, this is a very fast fast grant. Like when things here move pretty fast. So within 3 to 3 months, I think once you apply, within 3 to 4 months, you might expect the money to be in your bank. So that's very fast compared to other grants which are there of government. So then, since Big 16, they have added a new royalty clause where big grantees are required to pay 5% royalty on the net sales. Okay, and until the initial grant which was allocated to them. For example, you had asked for say 30 lakhs or say 50 lakhs. So if your product comes out and is selling in the market, and so there is a requirement of paying 5% royalty on net sales until you meet that initial grant. After that, the royalty clause goes away. So it is, if you are not successful in getting the product out, then there is no requirement of paying this back. But if there is a sales, then BIRAC expects that you will give them back the initial money which was given to them. And the fund is released in four installments typically. So those you can write in your grant proposal. So the fourth installment typically comes after the finishing of the grant. So maybe the fourth installment, the guys who are doing this should be ready to pay the fourth installment from their own pocket, which is around 5 to 10% of the grant, so that after the project is complete, you can take a reimbursement of it. So these are the overall, these are the things which I wanted to talk about. And if you want to, apply for it, so you have to go to. So this is the big grants document. You can go through it in detail. This is there in their website. So this is the website of big.php. If you birac.nic.in/big.php. So under this, you can go and then you can apply it from. You can start the application from by going here and hitting register. Okay. So I am probably logged out of this. So you have to register by clicking here. Okay. And then here you need to click here to register for big scheme. Okay. So here you have to choose whether you are applying as a company or as an individual. Okay. So based on that, you can fill this application. Here you will need to provide a PAN card number of your own or of your company. And if you are applying for your own, you probably also need to add your passport details or something that I remember. So once you do this, then you can log into this. So you need to create a new email ID. If already you have registered with BIRAC, this old email ID might not work for the BIG grant. If you have never registered with BIRAC's website, then it's fine. But if you have not registered, if you are already registered for other schemes earlier, then you need to create a new email ID and then create this register. Then you need to register here. Then you can click here and you will click here to submit a new proposal. You will typically start with this. I am already writing a proposal, so that is here. And these are the entries which need to be finished. So you have basic information, particulars applicant. Another thing which you need to note here is that the team member. So you can, this red thing you can see, like if you are developing any end product technology to be used in clinical settings, it is mandatory to have a clinician as a team member. Okay. So if you are making any product which is going to be in the final clinical setting, you need to have a clinician as a team member or advisor. So if any of you are planning to apply in this, and if you are finding it difficult to find any clinical partner, you can write to me. I will try to find someone who can probably, I can link with you. So then this is the main proposal document. Here you need to write your proposal summary, and then there is a concept note. This concept note is important. This has to be writing this grant. This proposal is very easy comparative to other grants. You have to just fill these details, which probably would take, if somebody sits, only 1 day is required to write all of this. But important thing is to add a PDF document, which is a concept note, which should be about 4 pages long, and with images or some kind of simulation studies, or if you have started making some products, because otherwise all of these other entries do not allow you to enter any images. So this concept note is your detailed document. For example, I'll show you one proposal which was successful by Rahul. So these are the proposals. So proposal summary is given here. Then after that, you need to compare your device, whatever you are proposing, how it compares with other devices which are currently there in market. So you need to make a table like that. And also, if you have applied any patents or something, so those can be added. And there is a Gantt chart requirement. Gantt chart is a timeline requirement. So month 1 to month 18, you need to create a chart. And this chart need not be here. This chart has to be uploaded here. Somewhere here. There is a separate objective-wise activities and timeline, I think. So so Gantt chart has to be made and it has to be uploaded somewhere. I'm missing that. So you can use this website, lucidchat.com. I find this pretty well for making these timeline charts. You can search for Gantt chart on this and make your timelines, like on what month you want to do what. So these are the things. If there is any other questions, another document which you need is if you are already employed somewhere, or if you are if you're a student, I don't think anything is required on this. But if you are employed somewhere, you need a a declaration saying that the institute in which you are working has policies in place which allows entrepreneurial activity. Okay. While being in employment. So that has to be, a letter has to be provided on the letterhead of your employer's letterhead. Yes, so if there are any questions, you can please ask. Yes, another thing, I would like to now bring in Dr. Gagandeep here for his
yes. Hi, Rahul. Sorry.
Yes, so Dr. Gagandeep is the HOD of neurology at Dana Medical College, Ludhiana. So he was part of the team, and he will help you. He was also the interview which happened at Bairat's place in Bangalore. So he may also give some guidance.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish. Dr. Ashish Sahni, for a wonderful talk and going through this. So I think you kind of beautifully discussed and outlined all the technical aspects. And indeed, I'm sure how many of you are students here in this group, and all of you are going to be inspired to develop grants. I think I was honestly speaking, Ashish, can I be honest? I was not really sure about whether our project would be considered, because that's how it happens when you are applying for the first time and you have no idea. But I have to say that the three of us decided to travel to Bangalore for this interview. And we were perhaps the only team that had 3 people.
Yes,
that
sir.
means the mentor, the principal mentor was, or the guide is, of course, Dr. Sahani. And Rahul was there, and I was there as a clinician. So I think apart from the fact, I'm sure the project would have had merit. That's why Dr. Sahani and Rahul worked very hard on it. But they were really impressed to see that the three of us were together.
And it makes a big difference actually if the clinician is present during the interview. Because
So I think they really appreciated the fact, and then they asked lots of questions, which were pretty naive. They didn't ask any high-flown questions. They didn't ask us highly technical questions. They asked us very simple questions. What is the relevance of the project to the society, to the community, and very basic kind of things. And they offered some suggestions also, which we most gratefully accepted. And of course, so you have to be really passionate about it, and passionate means that you have to travel, you have to listen to them and positively take in their suggestions, and I think that made a big difference. Am I right, Dr. Sani?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
And then teamwork. So you need to have good teams, make good teams with like-minded people, and I can say that I think we have got a very good team, and Ashish and myself, we are on the phone at least 3 or 4 times in a week, discussing ideas, following up on ideas, discussing progress, and at least a couple of Zoom meetings or one Zoom meeting every week. So you need to take out time, you need to think about it, you need to read about it, and the bottom line is to be very passionate about it. So I think that's the key. And I mean, we could, Dr. Sani would agree to this, and he would attest my view that they somehow liked our chemistry, they liked our passion, and they liked the fact that the three of us were there and we took in their suggestions, and we could make out from their body language that they probably had a positive view about our project. So I think the key, I mean, I'm not sure. I've obviously not prepared myself thoroughly, but I think these were the keys that really helped us to get this grant. Only suggestion I see, Rahul is also here, so the same passion should be maintained throughout the project development phase. Right? Thank you very much. I'm extremely grateful, and I think I read yesterday that IIT Ropar in the newspaper that IIT Ropar was adjudged second in terms of rating in some kind of competition. So my congratulations to all of you, Dr. Sahani and all the people in IIT Ropar for this excellent achievement in such a short period of time. It's surely a tribute to your hard work, to your innovativeness, and to the intelligence. So I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. Rahul, can you just share your experience for a few minutes?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello everyone. So I am Rahul Shukla, research scholar under Dr. Asif. So I am sharing my views on this grant. So if someone is have an idea or someone passionate about a startup, so he must go for this grant. Okay. So the main important thing for this grant is the novelty. Novelty. You should your idea should be novel, and your idea must have a commercial value. Okay, commercial and market value. For this grant, it is very important. And the second thing what is most important in this grant is the teamwork. Okay, you should have a clinical. If you are going in clinical direction, yes, your team must have a clinical side person and clinical side person, and everyone should be dedicated about it. You have to work in a teamwork. I want to share that Dr. Gagandeep has shared his experience on the presentation, last day of presentation. So we all three were there, and at the presentation time, I presented in front of panel members, and they asked question they are asking a question from clinical side, then Dr. Gagandeep is handling it. If they are asking deep technical question, then Dr. Ashish Sahni is handling it. So presenting there is the main present that we all present there is the main thing. Application, and the most important thing is that it grant takes, like when we submitted the grant in March and it got accepted in it totally take 8 months to complete the grant. Okay, to final get a final mail that your grant is accepted. So you have to dedicate it about it. Yeah, we have to dedicate, and at every point, like in every 1 month or 2 months, there is anything happening that you have to present, you have to do a mock presentation, or you have to in first technical round, they have a commented they have 4 comments, then we have to rectify it by consulting our group members. So group members, constant touch with group member is very important, and the dedication is very important for this time. And any question, I have seen some question from Dark Personal Health Care. So
Yeah.
you can.
Rahul, this Doctors is a startup incubated with IIT Ropar. So this guy is doing a wonderful job. Unfortunately, his presentation was in the month of February last, and from March onward, we are facing the lockdown. So he was not in a position to join this. Incubation is already approved. So I think you are the right person to reply to their concern.
Yes.
Right. Please, you can ask.
Yes, sir.
If there are any questions by anyone, they can ask. I will be sharing the presentation. If anybody requires, you can email. I will share the presentation.
And one more thing I want to share. At final presentation, you have to make a PPT at least for 15 slides. So very conscious, make the PPT very consciously. You have to show novelty, and you have to show a business model. So business model is very important at last. Okay, they ask in final presentation, they ask questions from novelty and the business model. What kind of business model you are acquiring? So it is very important to focus on business models. Okay, so I have seen a question from, does this mean? From Dark Metric. So they have asking a question. Yes, you can put up to 50 lakhs. Okay, a grant up to 50 lakhs.
You can put it less also, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because ultimately during the presentation, it's Rahul, can you turn off your audio?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so during the presentation, it doesn't matter too much because the financials are typically not checked during the presentation. So if your idea is you can show it is up to 50 lakhs, I would suggest rather target as close to 50 lakhs as possible. Because anyways, finances are not that much of a, if you propose 15 lakhs and your idea is not worth, is little bit shaky, you will not even get 50 lakhs. So 15 lakhs. So yeah, so that's what 50 lakhs doesn't matter. You can write 50 lakhs also. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, and another regular IPR. Somebody has asked question regarding IPR. How important are regulations? Yes, so regulatory clearances, you can depends on what kind of technology you are writing. So you can go through the regulatory requirement for that technology. Okay. So if it is an invasive device, then of course regulatory requirements are difficult. Big, means they probably need some certifications. But if you are making an app or a IoT device or some kind of non-invasive device, you can skip those sections and later handle that regulatory things. During the presentation, if you are asked, you should do a homework on what is the regulatory, what are the regulatory frameworks which are required for that. Typically in India, not many things are regulated in healthcare space. If you are falling in one of the regulated space, then you need to think about it. And IPR, so if you have a IPR, say you have applied a provisional patent, your chances are higher, but it's not essential that you should have applied a IPR. You can write, but you should justify that the existing IPRs, like you should do a basic patent search on Google Patents or something, and should show that how your current idea can has freedom to operate. So some of that you need to, or if you are say making an app, you know that it may not be patentable, but you will have protection in terms of company secret, like what a trade secret, because nobody will have your code, or the code is in the server, so nobody can directly just copy it off the shelf. So something of that sort you need to justify that. Okay, so I think these are the questions. Can IIT Ropar IP cell help on it? Regarding what means IIT Ropar?
Manoj, can IIT Ropar IP cell can help on IPR cell?
Yes, IPR cell. If you are a IIT Ropar student or IIT Ropar faculty, have something like, if we have this Punjab IPR cell or something, right, Jagdeepji, to which we are affiliated. One can write to that, you can send us a basic application and it can be run through them. But those are, if you go through the institutional procedure of IIT Ropar for IPR, it is a little slow process because institute funds that IPR but if you get this grant, what you can write in this grant also, like you will be asking for some money for IPR filing. So if you get, say, and typically for filing Indian patents, you require about 80,000 rupees from starting the search till the filing. So any company, for example, ExcelPat is there in Chandigarh, who is affiliated with us. There are many other, they are not affiliated with us, but they provide certain services regarding patents. So you can find any patenting company, and typically to file an Indian patent from end to end, like they will do the search, they will do a provisional patent filing, even help you in writing, and then finally filing it with the authorities. The final filing, the whole end-to-end process will cost you around 70,000 to 80,000 if you are doing Indian patent. And then if you want to do international, it might cost you up to 4 to 5 lakhs. So these are the ranges which you should think about.
Sir, we can ask Manoj, what type of help you are interested to on related to IPR? Because Dr. Saab, I will also update to the house and the participants that recently PhD Chamber of Commerce, Northern region based at Chandigarh, they have been allowed by the ministry to establish a IPFC. IPFC means Intellectual Property Facilitation Center. So anyone can go to IPFC Center of PhD Chamber of Commerce. I am the member of their steering committee. So they are helping in filing the IPR related issues and to help the students as well as the individual through this IPFC center. So it is established at Amritsar on 27th. It is being inaugurated, but the administrative work will be taken care from the PhD Chamber of Commerce Chandigarh office.
Okay, so I think we are fine. Let's close this meeting. You can send this recording to in that mails which you have sent, right? Reminder mails. In that, you just send this recording. Those anybody else who wants to take in.
Yes, sir. I will share the recording also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much to all of you for your participation and sparing your valuable time for this important session. Hopefully, you might have gained and will submit your proposal, because there is very short time to that. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
If there is any requirement of any support, or you are not able to understand certain part of the proposal, feel free to just write me an email. I will try to help you.
Yes.
Okay.
ठीक.
Okay.